Hey everybody. So running a little late this morning trying to get out a bunch of stuff and Tammy lost her headphones and we've been looking for those. So I don't know. We've just had one of those mornings. But it's all good. So, let's see who all's in here. So Jerry Holly beat everybody again. And then there's Mary Jones, Our Epic RV Adventure. Mel Nettie living free zip codeless. New Horizons, Over the Hill RV, Mary Jones, Justin and Christina's RV van life. Good deal. Good deal. We got 7 in here according to the counter up here. There's Beyond Beauty coming in. So, wow, what a big night last night. We're still working on some issues from last night, and I've had several opinions from several different people. We were able to get the boys 38 subscribers last night, which was unheard of. We have never done that on any of the shows we've ever done, been able to help anybody. So they started out at 64. We went up to 102. 30 minutes after the show, they were at 72. This morning, about an hour after the show, they was up to 79. And then this morning, they were at 67. And right now, they are at 67. So, don't know what's going on. We went in there and, or I had the channel, or the Philip and Kayla, been talking to them this morning. They was going to go in there and see if them being set as a kid channel had something to do with it. So they're going to go in there and change that. So, don't know exactly. Michael at Our Epic RV Adventure seems to think that maybe by tomorrow all of those will be back. So, I don't know. So, I hate that for them. I know the boys are devastated. We are. I am. I was devastated that it happened because that's one of the reasons we get people on here and get them exposed. And the more subscribers they have, the better the chance they have at growing their channel and meeting new people that might be able to hook them up in different venues and help them with their career in music. So I'm not real happy about it, but there's nothing any of us can do. They are trying to reset their channel away from not being a kid channel. So they're going to work on that some today and then see if we have any change. I hope it puts them all back. Yeah. So that was our night. And wow, we had a good night. We had peaked at 37, which is good. The only other show I've had that's had more than that was when Thomas buzzed my hair off. So that was pretty good. So it was the most subscribers we ever got a channel and one of the most popular shows. So I thought that was pretty cool to have a hometown group and to do that good. So, just a little heads up. We talked. My mind just went blank. Oh, some people had asked what Silver State K9 was about. Their link is in the description. It goes right to their website, and it's basically dog training. So it's pretty cool little deal. But you can read all about them in the link below and go to their website. It's pretty cool. So y'all have to check that out. You will learn more by looking. But they train dogs, and it looks like police dogs or guard dogs, and looks like a pretty cool channel. I've got to get in there and delve into it a little bit more. But I got the link down there for those who want to learn more about that. So, yep, Beyond Beauty said we'll just have to get them back on the show again and do it all again if we have to. Well, you got a point there, Michael. Michael said being listed a kid channel shouldn't affect subscribers. There's millions of channels marked kids that have tons of subscribers. That's true. At the very least, we should be able to subscribe to them even if they can't subscribe to us. So, with that being said, that makes sense. I don't know. Amy McFarlane is work watching this morning. That work watching is copyrighted, Amy. Just kidding. So, what's new on the horizon today? Let's check out some stuff right here and see what's going on in the wide world of Daydream. So, for some reason, we have the same amount of watch hours today as we did yesterday. And we ran 2 shows yesterday, which I know they're a little delayed, but let's see here what this says. Just for curiosity, see how many people's watching. Yeah, we're about to see today's what, Wednesday? So by Friday, Thursday or Friday, we should be over the halfway mark. We should be over 2,000 watch hours. And that's nothing to do with me. That's all to do with y'all. That means y'all are watching what we're producing. You ever had to sneeze and can't? Anyway, so I got up this morning. My allergies is absolutely horrendous. So there's this adventure family. I might have missed them coming in. I got Beyond Beauty, Amy McFarlane's work watching. So what new with you guys? We had a great night last night. A lot of people showed up. I done told you all that. And tonight being a Wednesday night, let's see who is on tonight. Look at the lineup. So Blue Wave Odyssey at 6, Roy and Becky's Travels at 7, Papa Drew at 8, Northwood RV Life at 8:30. So pretty good lineup. Give you plenty of entertainment. Squirrel sneeze, yep. I was hoping the coffee would drown away. So Keenan might be one of the boys. Let me, for some reason it ain't letting me do anything here. Y'all hear me sniffling? That's them allergies kicking in. Well, oh, I know what's wrong. So Keenan Fortner is one of the boys from last night. So he don't have any content. So I guess you just started you a channel. So which one are you? What instrument did you play last night? So everybody will know who you are. Let me check some of this out here. The drummer. So y'all gotta go in here and check out Heatblade here. This is our bass player from last night, I believe. Did I get that right? I seen that yesterday, Michael. I've done had that call when on mine. So we've got Keenan and Heatblade. I forgot your name when it plays the bass guitar. Keenan, I think I'm pronouncing that right, is the drummer, and Heatblade is the bass player. The twin to the drummer, if I've got that right. So there was triplets, but two of them were twins. I was just telling everybody, Keenan and guys, I was just telling everybody out in the chat about how I hate that all those subscribers went off, but some of the guys in here in the chat seem to think that y'all get them back maybe by tomorrow. So maybe you'll get your subscriber count back up. And if y'all didn't see Heatblades, Keenan don't have anything on his, but Heatblade is a gamer, I think. He is the gamer of the bunch. I guess they all are, but you're just a real big YouTuber. Oh, into Star Wars too. Good deal. Good deal. I sure am glad y'all came on last night. We had a blast. I tell you what this adventure family, I tell you what I have been looking at. Oh, are you looking at a 2006 250? I was going to say, if you're looking at something fairly new, if I was buying another truck today and I knew I was going to continue to RV quite a bit, I would be looking at the F450. That thing will turn on a dime, get it with that power stroke in it, and you'd have a real truck, and you could get it in and out anywhere, and you wouldn't have to worry about upgrading. If you upgraded campers later on, you'd have a rig to pull it with. Let's see what else we got. I hope y'all guys had a good time last night. We had a good time watching y'all. I think Keenan's got a following. There's a bunch of people liking the drummer last night and high energy. See you, Nettie. Don't work too hard. I thought that too, Justin. I thought because, see, they went up. They nearly doubled in size last night because they were 64. They had 64 subscribers when the show started. And when the show was over, they had 102. So I figured that might have triggered some stuff. So I don't know. I don't know how they take them away and then slowly add them back. I don't know how they decide who to add back. But yeah, that this adventure family, that F450, you go to a lot of the RV parks, you see a lot of them, and you also see a lot of Rams now. It used to be all Chevy, and there's still quite a few, but Ram and well, that F450 is really a big portion of the market right now. I haven't drove one, so I don't know how they drive, but they can't ride no rougher than these Rams like I got. Michael at our Epic RV Adventures is friending all the bots. RV Ash in April has come in the door. We had a good night. I think we gained 2 subscribers on the show last night, and we lost one, and then gained it back this morning, and then we gained another one a while ago. So we're approaching the 800 mark. We're 19 away. I don't know how that got brought up on the screen. I don't know what happened there. So maybe I got it. Oh, Michael just he's not friending them. He's just replying to their comment. New Horizons getting left out. If you weren't such a big Tennessee fan, then more robots might come your way. Jury is done with his Zoom meeting. There comes burning up the road. Burning up the road. I'm going to send out your package this morning. I sent you an email a while ago. Yeah, usually by the time you hit post, they've done commented. These bots, they comment like as soon as you hit the submit button. A few seconds after, on a 30-minute video, they've done watched it and left a comment in less than 1 minute. Nobody liked Vols fans, New Horizons. Well, what y'all want to talk about this morning? My brain's fried, so I don't know. Seems like there was something I was going to talk to y'all about, and got up feeling bad and had a lot to do, and so I got over here about 1 minute before I came on the screen. I come over here and put up the background, and then time I got ready, it was time to put myself up here. Has anybody heard an update on Kathy's dad? Oh, and by the way, I went by and watched Shelly's video on the donuts. Man, I believe that got my apple crisp beat. A little harder to make than the apple crisp, but what's it? Work versus reward. I couldn't find Michael's lasagna video. I looked. I don't know if I just didn't look close enough or what? But I will say donuts top lasagna any day. Michael and Shelly got a premiere coming out at 12 Eastern. So at the end of the show, they'll have one coming out. Anybody out here? What's the topic going to be today? So is anybody close to getting to 1,000? Alright, burning up the road. All you have to do is go down in the description of like, say for instance, yesterday's video, and it'll have a link, and you can just click on it. It'll say PayPal tip or something. Any of the last few videos or live streams should have it in the description. It said you can tip us now, or I can get Tammy to send you an invoice. Yeah, Johnny's Journey agrees with me. Donuts top lasagna. Oh, me. It's tough sometimes. Michael and them, they went backwards. They said they were closer to 1K yesterday than they are today. RV Action in April just needs 35 subscribers to hit the 1,000 mark. There's Travel Kiwi. Good morning, guys. Mary Jones said it's in the description now. I just checked. I guess you're talking about the tip link. Yeah, we have a lot of links. Like I think we have a Blackstone link. We have a Fi-Fi link. If you want to learn more about our microphone, if you want to learn more about Blackstone, I think I got a link in there for that. Got the PayPal link. I got the Patreon link. I think that's all. I may have a Canva link. I don't have too many, 3 or 4. I don't have Amazon. I don't even promote it anymore. They told me they were going to take away my affiliate anyway. And the more I thought about that, the more I thought, I don't really want that anyway, because then it would make, like, if I was promoting Amazon only, I might not be promoting maybe the cheapest way of getting something. Because I buy a lot of stuff on eBay. So, anyway, so if I just tell y'all where to buy it, the cheapest place, that's just what I want to do. So, that's all about helping you guys anyway. And Amazon they don't pay that much anyway. So, no, not much loss there. So, let's see if we can get Jerry or Michael up here. A little bit easier. You ever just had one of those mornings where nothing? I reckon my allergies just got my brain just fried this morning. Jerry or Michael, one of y'all come up and help me out here. So, Michael and them had another good tech talk yesterday, talking about different things, and I found out that Wayward Wags is a big thumbnail guru. He loves talking about and doing thumbnails, and that's real important. And I agree with him, because if you don't get them in to watch the video, it really don't much matter what the video is about. Thanks, Burning Up the Roads. Burning Up the Roads just ordered one of our new flag masks. And thank all of y'all out there. A lot of y'all have ordered masks from us. It means a whole lot to me and Tammy. Not much fun planned here in North Alabama for this weekend. We can get out and go, but there's still a lot of things not open. A lot of the department stores are open, and the thrift stores and all that kind of stuff. They're supposed to be limited to 50% capacity, but there's not a 50% capacity cop running around town. So you would think everything's back to normal. The biggest difference you'll see around our area is the gyms are not open, the beauty shops and the barber shops are not open, and the restaurants are still drive-through only. So that's the big difference. There's Donna coming in the door. I bet Justin and Christina done got that baby spoiled. I missed their live the other day. I'm telling y'all what, this mask making is interfering with my YouTube. Now, I'm really thankful and blessed that we have that to do. It really has helped out. Any good couple or any good business, you prepare for some bad things to happen. You just don't. I don't know of anybody that prepares to go from. They talk about cars going 0 to 60. Well, our whole world went from 60 to 0, and I don't know that anybody prepares for that on a long-term scale. They're the company that does what we do over in Georgia. Big company, big company. And I heard yesterday they probably run 4 or 5 trucks. From what my friends were telling me, they were what we call a big mega company. So usually those companies run about 4 or 5 trucks. And they were talking the other day that they were doing like 2 or 3 events a week. So they will not be able to maintain that because I tell you all the time about how high our liability is. Thankfully, our company worked with us, and we're not having to endure that right now. But at some point, we'll have to decide if the year worth saving, or are we just better off not to pay out all the expense of starting back up. Because for us to start back up, and a lot of you business people know what I mean, it costs thousands of dollars for us to say, all right, we're back open. And so we have to weigh out. If we miss 4th of July, like if this is still going even at the rate it's going for 4th of July, we won't even open. We will just live off our savings and be real tight on that and make what little money we can make on the side, and may pull the camper off and go camping somewhere or something that don't cost a lot of money, and try to make money, just doing little things like masks and stuff. Thankfully, we're in a lot better shape than we've been in any of the other crises that we've been through. So we just have to go from that. And if the government, they've handed out some stimulus money, and they're talking about doing more, but step in with emergency benefit aid for independent workers. Justin, they've done some of that here, but they've done what they call a small business aid. But I reckon we do about 500 events a year across 3 states, and I reckon we were too small because we didn't qualify for the biggest aid relief they had, and the little aid relief they had. We got a small part of it, and it was made specifically for our company with under 500 workers. But Anyway, we just got to count what we got as a blessing and move forward. And we can't harp on what we didn't get. We got to just be thankful for what we did get, and be thankful that we can make a few masks, and be thankful we got a little bit of money in the bank. And there's people a lot worse off than we are, and we will survive. This is our fourth crisis. This is our first world crisis. Uh, but I think we're going to come out okay. Me and Tammy's been looking at some stuff, and we can go a pretty good while. We can't go out and travel cross country or anything, but we might be able to go to the state park and do some stuff like that. And actually, as cheap as state parks is, if we went camping, we could probably turn the air off here and save some and offset some of that. And I know y'all think I'm being crazy, but if you make them dollars stretch, that allows you to go further and to do different things. So we have no surplus of money by no means, but because if we knew this was short term, yeah, we might have, but not knowing how long is the part where you got to plan for the not knowing how long. So, but thankfully, I got a hard working wife and two good kids. And so, by the way, I got a surprise for y'all tomorrow, maybe. Speaking of kids, so I think they're going. I think our. I'm not. I think our state parks is open or fixing to open back up. The 15th is going to make a big difference with us. Uh, we're supposed to know more the 15th. The problem is, I think Alabama is still having cases go up. So I'm going to say that they're going to still be real highly restricted. I know all the companies are going to requiring masks. So that is a little aggravating for everybody that has to wear them. So, but you know what? We're all going to get through this, and we're going to look back that I survived. Yep, Justin and Christina, you got to. Anybody that is any that's been through anything would know that. You know that you need to be tight. We actually have took advantage of some stuff that we were allowed to do. Uh, just like we have put, like we took some of like our mortgage and just added it to the end. I can always come back. The way our mortgage company was, they said, look, you can add it, but they do 3 months at a time. So we'll take 3 months, and basically what they do is pause it. And then when this is all over, they come back and say, hey, how do you want to do this? Do you want to just pay it? Or hey, do you have enough money to pay it? Or do you want to stretch it out? Or do you want to add it to the end? So our mortgage company was real good. It was real easy to do. I got online. We are with a company called PennyMac. PennyMac is the mortgage company that done ours. So I just got online and pulled up. I had a link just for this, and I answered a few questions. And they said, but before we allow you to do this, we want you to read all the specs on it. And you had to go down and read all. Me and Tammy sat here together. We read it all, and they explained it really good. I want to say 15, 20 minutes of just answering simple questions. And they said that when this 3 months is up, we could come back if we seen things hadn't improved. They actually said they would do a year. You could do a year's worth, but I'm hoping we don't have to do that. But it gave you options. It wasn't just mandatory that it went to the end. So, and also, it also allows us so that if we say, for instance, say we sell a bunch of masks and it's looking like that we may do good. So, say if we get to that point, but we say, well, we want to still be conservative. If we want to throw a payment in there, we can. Or if we want to throw part of a payment in there, we can. So, they've got a great setup on it, and the biggest thing, it don't ding your credit. So that allows us to hang on to all the cash we got in case it does go for a long time. But if it ends soon, well, we can just throw some of that cash at it. So yeah, Donna, we're doing a lot of things, which we get in our business. We actually get sick of eating out. We eat out a lot on the road. I do about just in the 3 states we cover. My truck, I'll do 30 to 35,000 miles a year on my truck. Sometimes more than that, but somewhere around in there. The last few years, I'd say it may be between 20. Let me say 25 to 35, because we have condensed our coverage area down. So we've quit going as far out and said, hey, we'd rather do less events and do more here close, and we think we'll make more money. And we have noticed a big difference. We were spending a lot of money to try to have a big coverage area, and I got thinking one day, well, hey, we could do less events, and the events we do, we would make more on them. Because when we were going out, these big long hour trips out, an hour trip back, an hour trip out, an hour trip back. Because see, we go set it up. They provide the operators. We come back to our area or wherever, do more events. Then we have to go back, tear it down, and then come back to our area. So see, whatever, it's just 30 miles away, that's 120 miles you've got into that trip. So, but anyway, so I lost track of what I was saying. Oh yeah, so we eat out all the time, and I just get sick of it. Even though I got some great Mexican restaurants I love to eat at, and pizza joints I love to eat at, uh, the fast food I'm not a fan of. So sitting here and eating a slot dog on a Blackstone grill or a Traeger is far superior. And we didn't plant a garden last year. Might not have planted one the year before, but this year we got a big garden out here. But this year we may have time to work in it. We've not had one because Tammy loves the garden. I actually hate gardening. Now I don't mind working in the shrubs. I love rose bushes, and I love trimming them down and making them bush out, and I just like it. I'll take a picture one day and show you our rose bushes. But we're fixing to plant a whole bunch more down through here, and that's something we may do. Because we got like Mother's Day and Father's Day, so we may gift ourselves some stuff we can do around here. Get the kids, instead of buying us something, buy us something like that. So it keeps us busy. We get creative. My wife has always been a penny pincher, and so it's a lot easier for her. But she's about got us all into that, and we're not as strict as she is. Uh, yeah, and my wife can cook. I mean, my son can. I mean, my wife, I think, will tell you that our son can really cook, and my wife can cook good. My son, he loves cooking things like with a lot of ingredients, where my wife don't. My wife is a sort of a meat and potato kind of person. She fixes some stuff that's a little more complicated. She loves to do desserts like fried apple pies and chocolate oatmeal cookies, and she loves doing that kind of stuff. But Thomas is the kind of person that likes to go get a recipe that's 2 pages long and throw it together, and it comes out great. But now he's had to learn a lot from his mama because he didn't really, they don't have like home ec classes in school like they used to. It teaches you how to read recipes. So uh, Tammy's had to really help him a lot on that, and to teach him that if it says this amount, that's all you need to put in it. You don't need to be tweaking a recipe until you've eaten it, and then you taste it and see that you might be able to do a little bit to it, but you don't need to do anything until you've at least eat it one time. So, uh, but he nearly went to school to be a cook. That's how much he likes it. And we sat down with him and told him, said, look, we would love, if that's what you want to do, we'll support you, and you can go. We'll find you a good school, and we'll send you to school, and you can and learn how to be a chef, and and he would love to do that. And I said, but now look, if you want to live in this area, you're not going to make a lot of money being a cook. I mean, that's just because there's not very many places around here that would employ, say, a college trained or professionally trained cook. I mean, because McDonald's just hires anybody off the street. You know what I'm saying? We don't have many nice places to eat in this area. I said, so you're going to either have to live in Birmingham or Atlanta, maybe Huntsville. I mean, you're going to have to move from here. And so I think when he got thinking about that and how he would be sort of restricted to where he could live, I think he sort of decided to go a different path. And yeah, Tammy can make awesome fried apple pies. I'm going to, when we get sort of caught up on the mask, if we do, Tammy's going to do some more videos. She's going to do the chocolate oatmeal cookies, and I'm going to get her to do some fried apple pies. So, show y'all how she does it. Everybody does those different. So, the chocolate oatmeal cookies, she's got that down to a science. And I remember when she first used to make them, they'd fall apart. And my grandmother made them, and they were always perfect. And so she sort of works off my grandmother's recipe, and that's pretty cool. So, because I lost my grandmother a couple years ago, and so when I eat them chocolate oatmeal cookies, it reminds me of my grandmother. So, let's see here. So, has any of y'all made banana bread yet? I thought Thomas I done a terrible job filming that when I rewatched it, but I knew Thomas wouldn't give me a second chance to refilm it. He wouldn't want to do it again, so I just took for what we had. Where our kitchen is small, it's hard to get such wide angles, and he is tall and I'm short, and the bar was short, and so I just really just didn't know how to do it. Yeah, if maybe if we get to work some or get to do something for income, if we don't open back our business, we won't be that busy in October. So maybe last minute we might get to come to Mayberry if we can get to doing, get to the point that we think we're safe financially to spend that money. So I don't know how far it is. We're in North Alabama. I don't know how far that would be and how much fuel I'd be out. As far as the campsite, I'm sure they're not too expensive, but I don't know what it would cost us. So I'd have to look at all that. So if we come, it may be last minute, but if we come, I might try to get her to make some fried apple pies. I'm gonna have to try some of them donuts. I love donuts. I had heard that people can make those donuts out of canned biscuits. We have an air fryer. I love our air fryer. All my French fries I eat now are in that. We don't hardly use our deep fryer anymore, and which is good. It's better for our health. The only thing I do when I air fry fries, which you do either way, I put regular salt instead of what I call fake salt on them. So that's probably not good, but at least they're not in the grease. You're in Oregon. Mayberry is in New Horizon. Mayberry is in Mount Pleasant, North Carolina, right? I think that's where it is. You're all the way across the country. It'd be a stroll, I guess. And I think New Horizons or Camper Life One said they had. I thought they said they had cabins. They might not have. Mount Airy, North Carolina, burning up the roads. I should have known that. Well, you could fly out there burning up the roads. I'm sure airfare will be cheap. Another thing that's got our company up in arms right now, and they're trying to work on it, but I heard a little bit more on it today, is I don't know if our insurance companies is going to insure us unless Congress can pass some liability protection on all this mess. In other words, the insurance companies are not going to want to provide liability if a kid gets sick off one of our rides because another kid might have had it or an adult gets sick. So that's what a lot of our organizations are pushing Congress for now, is provide some relief, because I don't think the insurance companies are wanting to cover us. And we are not, well, we're not going to open up if we don't get some kind of confidence from them. We'll just figure out how to make a living doing something else. So it's, and it's really nobody's fault. Nobody's ever been through something like this, but it's got a lot of business owners in a bad plight right now. Burning up the roads. Susan said they have hotels close by the campground, so you could fly in and hang out at the campground. You could actually fly in cheaper than you could pull a rig across country. Probably. I figure airfare is going to be really cheap for a while. Oh, I love flying, but I don't know how much I would love flying right now, being in that closed cabin. I could see where that might be iffy. Yeah, burning up the roads. A lot of people don't think about the situations that business owners are in. And you'd have to own a business a lot of times to realize everything that we have to go through. Uh, so, but the future's bright, so the sun's shining in Alabama. Making a bug screen for the van today. Gotta go eat now that everybody's talking about food. Where'd you go pick some donuts? Shelly's got a great recipe about how to do them. And I love the fact that she put our apple filler in one of them, and she even mentioned me by name. Have I told y'all that Shelly is awesome? Oh, Michael's pretty awesome too, but our Epic RV Adventure, they rock. So don't forget, Over the Hill R. I don't need to forget to thank Over the Hill RV and Bob's Adventures. One of these days, I'm gonna get me an overlay that will lay just like my background when I figure out how to do that. And so I'll have all them on the screen all the time. So works great if I got somebody up here. And I wished it would let me shrink this screen. But it won't. When I Oh, all that does is swap. I was trying to figure out different ways. See, I wish it would let me make this screen smaller so it would show my background. So, yeah, Shelly does some awesome stuff. And I've got to watch Michael's video too about lasagna. Michael's Tech Talk on Tuesday. That show rocks. I have learned so much. Oh, by the way, I failed to mention something. Hang on, let me see if I can pull it up. Uh, I got an award yesterday from another channel. Let me see if I can find it. Let's see if it will let me pull it up. Now let me go back over here. Share the screen. Share the screen. Let me see here. Don't know if it'll let me. I got let's see, pull it up. There we go. Student of the month for Tech Talk University yesterday on our epic RV adventure. Imagine that. I told him, I said, I'd never been on the Dean's list. He said, hey, that's not the Dean's list. You're just student of the month. So I'm still 0 on the Dean's list. But that was really cool. Thankfully, I just happened to be in to watch the live stream yesterday. I'm glad I didn't miss that. So that was pretty cool. Yeah, I got to get it printed off and hang it up. I'll have to copy it and put it on my background somewhere. Uh, but that was pretty cool. I even asked questions yesterday. I think the only reason I got that is because I done some homework the other day, and Michael heard that I had done some homework, and I had never done homework before. So uh, he was rewarding me for doing my homework. I was talking to him about it the other day about some stuff I had done after watching their channel. RV Ash and April off to do some laundry. That don't sound like fun. That don't sound like fun at all. I was hoping Thomas would come back through. I'm about out of coffee. Well, I actually am out of coffee. You mean you missed Tuesday Tech Talk burning up the roads? Oh, I was going to pull up something else and tell y'all about something else that was pretty cool. If I can find it. So, I was going to give y'all an example about uh, retitling live streams and what it does. I may have talked to y'all about this before, but I'm going to give y'all another example. So, yesterday, when we when the live stream went off, uh, now yesterday, y'all remember on the morning show, we had Pull Through Sights channel, and in it we talked about the Blackstone Grill towards the end of their interview for a pretty good little bit, and then we talked about the Fine mic. So we had like 80 something views, I think, when that went off. And I've told y'all about how live stream don't hardly ever take a bump after it goes off live, right? Hardly anybody ever watches. This morning or yesterday after that, I went back in there and I retitled that, and I put morning coffee with Pull Through Sights at Blackstone and Fine. Let me see what I put. I put morning coffee with at Pull Through Sights at Blackstone Grill, and we talk about Fine Mike. I even I just put the time that we talk about Fine Mike up there as well. So this morning, that thing had been that live had been viewed 108 times. So that's a lot of more views just by renaming that. A lot of my live streams and that's with everybody. There's faith in the fallen. A lot of my live streams, like, they die the moment we hit end broadcast. They might get 3 or 4, but hardly ever do they get much over 5 or 6. The live stream that me and Michael done about Go To Channel, now it done really well as well. It's matter of fact, it is still doing good. So it's really important to, if you got good content in there where you talk about a lot of stuff, it's really important that you go back in there and retitle those uh, live streams. If not, I mean, they won't watch them. Here's the one me and Michael done about Enable Go to Fix. When that went off, we had 50 hours, 50 watch hours. And since then, I don't know how long that's been, but since then, it's up to like 62 watch hours. So that's a lot of views because most people don't watch, even if they rewatch one, they don't watch it all the way through. So that's a lot of people coming through since the karaoke live uh, was retitled, and it has got nearly 61 watch hours. So it's better if you have a topic in it. Like we just have morning coffee talk on most of ours. Uh, and so they do okay, especially if we have a lot of people in here. But they all do much, 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 much better if we talk about anything. So just a little FYI there. There's Papa Drew coming in the door. Faith in the Fall Avenger RV Adventure. Faith in the Fallen, I think I mentioned. So we're just going over how I changed the titles on some live streams and watched the views go up. So just a little bit of stuff that my experience. I'm no means a professional. If you want to talk to professionals, talk to Papa Drew or Wayward Wags. They've got it going on. Papa Drew's a working. Well, he says he is in the text. Papa Drew missed out on Tech Talk last night. He tried calling in, but Michael wouldn't take his call. I can't believe Michael would not take Papa Drew's call. Can y'all imagine that? Jerry, come on up. Burning up the road. Personally, I have to figure out thumbnails. Well, I don't know the art of that. I've heard Wayward Wags and Papa Drew talk about it some. I get the concept, I think. I just think I can't figure out how to really make one that just pops. So I'm just going to have to keep playing with it and have fun fooling with it, I guess. There's Rev Tommy coming in the door. There's Jerry Holly. Are you ready, Jerry Holly? He's looking the other way. Oh, he is ready. What about it, Jerry Holly?
How you doing, sir?
I am here. My allergies is killing me, but I'm going to survive.
I seen you trying to sneeze there.
Man, I ain't even been out. I take that back. I have been outside. I went to the mailbox.
I was on my phone watching this. I had to run upstairs and get on the computer. Can you hang on 1 second? Let me get her some ice and I'll be right back.
Yeah. So anybody that's been missing out on Jerry Holly's late night parties, y'all are missing out. We have a blast. I mean, I have laughed on that show that I've cried. We just have a good time. It usually goes on to about midnight. We have went to 1 o'clock in the morning before. Last night, I think everybody was exhausted. I was still working, and Jerry got off, I guess, about 11:30, and so we were off a lot earlier. Uh, but anyway, we have a good time. We just laugh and cut up and pick on each other and just have a good time. It's a great way to unwind from a long day. Generally, I'm working and yakking with them guys and just cutting up, and they laugh at me because I'm working. Yuri said that his show is just an infomercial for our mask business. So, last few nights, I think I've sold a few masks to people in the chat because they knew we done that. It's been pretty cool. So, yeah, last night I was tired. I went to bed about probably 12:30, about an hour, I guess, after Yuri went off. I had some stuff I was trying to finish that had to go out this morning, but when my head hit the pillow, I think it was lights out. Blake, he don't stay up with us late since he's been at home, so he's spending time with the boss, and I would be too.
Oh, it's on your channel. Nobody watches him. It's not my channel.
There comes Jerry Holly back in the house.
There we are. Got her set up now.
Good deal. She's all set up and ready to go, ain't she?
Yeah. Everybody asks, what you do for exercises during this virus? And I said, about 100 flights of stairs a day.
uh,
But it's okay.
oh, yeah. So, have y'all had a lot of calls lately?
No, we did during that storm the other day. We had a few trees down, but nothing big. Had a reported building fire, but it wasn't nothing. I got there and it was just an alarm going off, a water flow alarm. Somebody popped a sprinkler head somewhere.
Wow.
But no, it's been kind of quiet. Our call loads just had our Zoom meeting this morning. Our call loads down 40%. I think people are just nervous to even call ambulances anymore, you know?
Yeah. So, is the officers working from home and the firemen still going into the trucks?
Yeah, they're still doing their 24-hour shifts. It's just the chief officers aren't going in. Our administrative assistant lady and her assistant. Nobody. There's 14 of us not going to work, but everybody else from battalion chief down are still working their regular shifts. So
Yeah.
we just got informed. I don't know if you guys heard we lost an officer just in a neighboring department. He got killed the other day, line of duty death, kind of shootout with a guy, and he got him, but he succumbed to his injury. So we're planning his service during this, and it's kind of odd. We're going to be involved in it Sunday. I have to take our aerial truck up, and we have a huge 30 by 50 flag. We fly off of it. So we're going to go up Sunday and set up for his, and I think they're just going to have no contact, of course, but all the Overland Park police cars are going to drive underneath the flag, and then his service will be on Wednesday, and we'll be a part of that somehow. I'm not sure, but so that flag's kind of my responsibility. So I'll be up there Sunday and Wednesday, help honoring this fallen officer that got killed in the line of duty. So it's always a bad moment.
Yeah, but good that y'all do that though.
Oh yeah, they were limiting the service itself to 400 people, and they're having it in a huge, like an event center, so everybody can space out. But there's 400 police officers in this department, so it'd be just the department employees that get to go to the services, but we'll all be outside, and somewhere during the route we'll set our ladder truck up, and he's going to be carried on a horse and carriage from the convention center to the cemetery, and the whole funeral party will be walking. So somewhere in that route, we're going to set our flag up so they can all walk underneath that.
Wow.
So
Sounds
working out
amazing.
all the details right now, but
It's me and Tammy was coming home from somewhere one time. We were on the interstate, and some of the soldiers were coming home or something. Anyway, whatever area we were in, they were like military flags and American flags hanging off the overpasses.
Oh yeah,
and
yeah,
it was pretty cool. They had police officers with their cars on the overpasses. That was
yeah,
pretty cool. I don't know
yeah.
what exactly was going on, but we were on the interstate and we were just in the middle of it, you know.
We did. We had a couple of Kansas City, Missouri firefighters that got killed in line of duty when a wall collapsed on them. We did that. We went up and sat on one of the overpasses and with one of their aerials, and we put the aerials up, hung the flag between the two aerials up on the. So when they drove by the interstate, we were up on the overpass. So it's pretty good. I
Yeah,
just wished it wasn't this time that we're living in right now, because there'd probably be 5 or 6 thousand people at the service, you know. But
right.
unfortunately, they're just going to allow his department, which is great, that they can attend the service. But somewhere we're going to be on the route with a flag set up too. So yeah, I'm glad we're involved in it. He used to volunteer for us years and years ago, so that's kind of why they called and wanted us to be a part of it.
They had a fireman get killed here in North Alabama. Oh man, I guess it's been 6 or 8 years ago now. He was a young guy in a volunteer fire department here close, and uh, they he was going to a fire and had a wreck and got
Yeah.
killed. And anyway, they have a day every year dedicated to his memory. So
Oh, that's nice. That's
pretty
real nice.
cool. So,
Yeah. About 70% of the line of duty deaths are on the way to or on the way back from the fire. It's not actually at the fire.
that's crazy, ain't it?
Yeah, there's a lot of wrecks.
We in Alabama, when I had my medic license, we were required, part of our training was emergency driving. Uh,
Yeah.
and you probably know all about that, but
Oh yeah, we have to go through it every year.
yeah. And one of the first things they taught us was just because they allow you to go through a red light doesn't waive your liability from a wreck if you have
No,
one.
no,
A lot of people don't understand it. You what?
you're merely asking for permission to go through
Yeah,
that intersection.
yeah.
It don't give
A lot
you
of
the
people
right
don't
just to
realize
go.
that.
Yeah, that's why if you see, we teach all of our guys, they don't ever just blow a red light. When they come up to a red light, they slow down to where they could stop and then go on from there. But yeah, yeah, it's if you run a red light and you hit somebody, it's the fire department's fault. It's
Yep.
not that person's fault.
There's RV for 4 coming in the door.
I see Susan put a comment down there about firemen doing drive-bys for birthday parties and something. We have did 160 drive-by birthday parties since this thing started. We would just drive by the house and the kids would be sitting outside. Did 160 of them though in the last 3 weeks.
Wow.
Yeah,
That's crazy.
I got in on a couple of them when I was out and about. But yeah, the kids seem to enjoy it.
Man. The kids love it too, don't they?
Oh yeah, they absolutely love it.
I remember the kid in the Boy Scout or Cub Scouts. It was Cub Scouts going to the fire department. I thought that was the coolest thing.
Oh yeah. It's nice when you can have them come to the station. They can kind of see where you sleep and eat and realize that basically it's just a house attached to a big garage. You know, when they come in there and see that, they just don't understand why there's 3 refrigerators. You know, they won't
Yeah.
got one. We got 3 at home because you got to get to each shift their own refrigerator, or there's shift wars. So, or you have to explain to them that, so, yeah, we got 3 refrigerators, we got 3 cabinets, so it's like so they can have their food in it. 'Cause you can't let them guys intermingle. If you worst fights I've ever had to break up at a firehouse is because somebody ate something out of somebody else's refrigerator.
They get somebody whooped.
Yeah.
They didn't give us 3
Good.
refrigerators.
What's that?
But we had stations, so we didn't have separate ones. So we had stations though in our county. We had stations in nearly every city in our county, and so that's just how we're not a big. None of our cities are very big, so we'd have one truck in each city. So we had 6 people
These,
run a 24-hour crew.
yeah. their pantries, each shift has a pantry they can keep their dry goods in. And every one of them, after the last two stations I built, I put combination locks on them so somebody else couldn't get into their pantries and get their potato chips out.
Oh Lord.
Kind of funny, but yes, that's the
Act
biggest
like a bunch
argument
of
for the
kids,
fire
don't
station.
they?
Yeah, it is. That's what I call myself a lot of time. I call myself a babysitter
Oh Lord.
because they'll get along fine on everything else except somebody takes a pop out of somebody's refrigerator and drinks it, and then war's on. All
Man.
kind of dirty stuff starts happening around fire stations.
Oh, we didn't have that much problem when I worked for the ambulance service. I
it
mean, it
used to be.
happened occasionally, but not very often.
It used to work. It used to be a lot worse when I first started in '84 because rules were a lot less like. I mean, there was you do some nasty stuff to other people. I mean,
Well,
just for fun most of the time.
I never eat much at the station. They let us, we could go and eat. Like, we had to stay in our coverage area. But
Yeah,
we could get in the ambulance and say go up to Subway and sit at Subway and eat. Or if
yeah,
you
they
come
can
back,
too. Yeah,
yeah,
they have the right to go, but of course everything's closed now.
yeah,
But most time the guys will usually cook at the station. We got them all grilled, so they eat a lot at the station. But they have the right to go out to any restaurant. We encourage them to go out and get with the public and go into restaurants and eat. So
yeah. Yeah, we eat out quite a bit. We if we were in uniform, most restaurants gave us a real good deal.
yeah, yeah, they'll either that or what's real touching is that you go get your bill and they'll say no, that guy over there covered you guys'
Oh
bill.
yeah,
Yeah,
we
that
had
was
a when I worked there, we had a gas station at the interstate. We done a lot of transfers because we don't have a major trauma center in our area. So we would, if the helicopters couldn't fly, we would do emergency transports from, say, Fort Payne to Birmingham or to Chattanooga, Tennessee. And but anyway, uh, we had a gas station there close, and that gas station would let us get anything out of a fountain if we were in uniform for free. So we could
yeah,
get cappuccino, cokes, whatever. Well, now we had to buy anything else, but we'd get
yeah,
free drinks.
yeah.
We had to be in uniform though.
That's about the way it is here. Quick Trip and stuff like that. I can't accept anything since I'm the inspector for all the businesses. So if they offer it to me, I got to tell them no because I got to come back in and inspect you tomorrow, and they consider that, oh, you give me a Coke, I'm going to let something slide. So me and my crew, my other two guys, we can't accept any gratuities, but all the other guys, if they want to give them a free Coke, we let them give them a free Coke.
Right.
We can't accept it, but that's fine. They understand.
So you only inspect fire codes, right?
Yeah.
Making sure
No.
that sprinklers work or the
Yeah.
access doors are open or
Yeah, we have 458 inspections that we conduct in our fire district, and then starting the first of the year, we're taking over another fire district, one of their cities, and they're going to add another 250 inspections to our list. So, but that's why they hired me one more guy. So it'd be nice to have another guy and that's what he's going to do. He's just going to pretty much do a lot. That's all he's going to do is annual inspections.
wow. So
Yeah.
do y'all inspect these places once a year or just as they open?
Now, once a year, everything gets an annual inspection once a year.
Wow.
All 600 and some businesses will go into at least once a year. Hang on just a second. Speaking of inspection, be right back.
People don't realize what I was involved in some of the jobs and occupations that we have. Uh, so like firemen can't be just firemen; they have to do all kind of other stuff to prevent fires. It's pretty crazy. Pretty crazy. So what are y'all yakking about out there while me and Jerry's talking? Y'all ain't saying much. We ain't got many in here. We went from 20 down to 13. Y'all got the blogs out there? Ah, so I see what y'all are talking about. They're going to talk about thumbnails on Tech Talk University next week. Is that what it's called? Tech Talk University? You think I'd remember that, wouldn't I? Favorite job, realtor. Not a bad job. There's sweet baby Roy coming in. We get up too early. I've been missing Beyond Beauties because I've been staying up so late. By the time I get out of the shower and get my coffee, she's done off. Amy McFarland's still work watching. RV for 4, y'all should be monetized by now. Y'all probably done got y'all's watch time and subscribers in. Burning Up the Road says it's 8:15 there. It's 10:17 here. We're going to beat y'all till tomorrow. Y'all wiring it out. RV for 4 done got nearly 1,200 subscribers. Then got a bunch of good videos out. I just can't get going this morning, guys. I don't know. I don't know what's up with me. Got the blog. Trying to keep up with the chat over here. Y'all ain't saying much. What's up, Roy? Say something. You tried out that new Blackstone yet, Roy? You're going to have to do a video cooking on that thing. I got to get my slot dog video out because I actually cook on both my grills in that slot dog video. Yeah, I ain't nowhere near 100. You get them straightened out, Jerry?
Well, no, that was actually a good call. I don't know if you guys know about Kubota tractors.
Yeah.
Their distribution, they got 2 million square foot warehouses out here, 2 different warehouses, million square foot piece. Well, on their property that they bought to build these warehouses, there's a house that's probably close to $800,000 house.
Yeah.
That he just called and wants us to burn it down to get rid of it. They were using it for their offices when those warehouses were being built. Now that they're in their offices, people are breaking into this house and stealing stuff. So he wanted to know if we want to use it for some training and then just burn it to the ground.
Oh, wow. Whoops, you muted yourself. Oh. You gotta hurry up, Roy, and get a cooking video on it so we can see how you like it. I know you're gonna like it. Get that thing good and seasoned and put some bacon on it and some eggs and make us all go out there and get our grills turned on. Can y'all imagine burning down an $800,000 house? Oh well, right? You think they can move it? They move a lot of houses.
Okay. But yeah, that's and then the good thing about it, he said that they broke into it. Somebody broke into it, of course, and he said I could go out there and take a look at it. If anything in there I want, just take it out. So I don't know what's left. So it did. It was a gorgeous house. I mean, it had all kind of real nice cabinetry and stuff like that. I might get some cabinets for my garage or something out of the deal.
Yeah.
So you go out there and take a look.
Mike and MJ.
I'll the day we burn it down though, we might do a live so you guys can watch an $800,000 house get burned to the ground. We burnt probably 15 houses out there where all these warehouses are going because this big development company bought all the land.
Yeah.
There were some nice houses out there. This is probably the biggest one though.
Wow.
It's kind of sad when you're burning houses down. People don't have places to live, but this developer said, you don't realize it's costing me money. People breaking into these things and they're liable. If somebody breaks in that house and gets hurt, he's liable for it.
Right. Yeah.
Because he don't have security out there for him.
Right. Yeah, I can see where that's going to be, could be a problem.
Yeah. We'll get it though. I'll do a video on it when we burn down and post it.
Do y'all firemen wear cameras when they go into a fire?
Yeah, we got a couple guys that wear helmet cameras.
So y'all could learn from what y'all see.
Yeah.
And I guess investigate, use it for investigating.
Helps out a lot if you can see when they go in there, if you can see where the fire first originated at. Kind of helps you pinpoint where you need to go start looking.
Yeah.
Yeah, they come in handy.
Fire technology has improved so much over the last 5 or 6 years, ain't it?
Oh, it's incredible. The thermal imaging cameras you got now that, it used to be like a box you used to have to carry in there with you. Now they're down to just a handheld little thing that you look through, and it'll pinpoint a puppy dog laying there if you try to find anybody. It's weird how the technology's came.
Well, and the science now, y'all know pretty much exactly what started it and where it started. I mean, real quick, where it used to be a big deal.
Oh yeah. My group, me and my two guys, I got to get the new guys through it, but we're the fire investigators too. So that's our job. Once the guys get it put out, then we go in there and try to figure out what started it. And you're right. We can get a lot closer. Might not be able to figure exactly what started it, but we can get it down to the area. Then let the insurance companies come in there. It could be a toaster, it could be a oven. We'll get it down to the area, and of course, the insurance companies just want to be able to say, "Oh, that toaster caused it, so I'm gonna get my money back from whoever manufactured that toaster."
Yeah. So on them apartment fires the other day, what wound up causing them?
Guy was smoking on his back deck. Flicked it down to the deck below him. They're wooden decks, rotten wood. I mean, they're dry wood. So
wow.
He thought he threw it in a can, but it didn't. It went down between his deck boards and landed on the deck below him. Yeah, that's what caused that one.
It's hard to believe that a cigarette laying on a board would go to flaming.
Yeah, well, it actually fell through his deck and landed in some. The person who lived below him had some cardboard and stuff out there on their deck, and it landed right on top of that. So, and it's kind of a windy day that day. So,
man, this is a freak thing. Now, I guess the apartment insurance, like my daughter had to have liability insurance, because she lives in an apartment. I guess
Yeah,
his liability, I'll have to pay for all that.
yeah, it does. His and that's funny because when you're talking to these people and you're doing the interview, of course they don't want to tell you because they think. And my best line I always give them and kind of softens it up to them and breaks the ice. I said, look, it don't matter if you did throw a cigarette in the heaven. I said, insurance pays for stupid. I said, we had a guy one time washing his carburetor to his motorcycle in his kitchen sink full of gasoline, and it caught on fire. I said, that's why you pay that insurance. And then they kind of softens up and they go, I said, that's why you pay the insurance for it. Insurance pays for stupid. And then the guy was, yeah, I was just out there smoking. I thought I bought it in a can. I mean, I got it. But they don't want to tell you that at first. They
Yeah.
think you're going to go to jail or something. I said, no,
An
not going to jail.
accident or accident, no matter.
Yeah, yeah.
Most people don't intend to start a fire.
No. 90% of the ones we investigate are accidental causes, but you really have to talk to these people for a couple of hours to get them relaxed because they think they're going to be in trouble if they did something that caused a fire. The biggest thing is like somebody's doing a remodel and they're staining. They throw all the rags over in a bucket. You know how they spontaneously combust. Well, they'll deny it to world's end. They wasn't staining. They wasn't staining. Then you start talking. Well, yeah, they were in there staining today.
Yeah.
And then you usually get them by saying, hey, you're not in trouble. It was an accident. I know you didn't mean to do it. Well, yeah, we were in there staining. I didn't separate the rags out. Yeah, that's pretty interesting. I love that part of the job.
So tell me about that staining, how that combusts. Tell me what you're talking about. We need to enlighten everybody. We're going to have fire safety talk.
Oh, it should do that on fire safety. If you're staining, and it's a petroleum-based stain, it's got flammable stuff in it. If you don't spread those rags out and let them dry, if you just kind of pile them all up, or a lot of people will throw them in a 5-gallon bucket and forget about them. But it'll generate enough heat from the spontaneous, from the off gassing of that product. It's just like a composting, I guess, to put it a simple way, how you put stuff in a composter. Yeah. And it heats itself up because you got the grass and the food and stuff, and then it starts a chain reaction. Same way with those rags. If you don't let them air out, dry out in air, if you just wad them all up, they'll spontaneously combust. And it's a good fire. It's not a little fire when you go. You'll see it start smoking because I did a lot of tests with it. So you'll see it start smoking a little bit. It takes several hours for it to happen, but when it catches on fire, it's fire instantly.
Man,
yeah.
I never thought about that.
Yeah, we have a lot of those. We have a lot of those.
We all learned something here.
Yeah,
or maybe not all of us learned something, but I did.
If you're ever staining, don't ever bunch all your rags together. Keep them away and lay them out. Let them dry completely. Then you can just throw them away.
Wow.
Yeah, they got a lot of those.
Don't throw them in the garbage so the garbage people will pick them up.
Yeah, that's right.
Or the landfill will be on fire.
we've had a couple of trash truck fires too. They have to dump the load right in the middle of the road to get the trash out.
Wow.
It's interesting. I should do that. I should have a question and answer night some night on my live about fire safety stuff.
What you need to do is weird facts about fire safety. Like, to me, that would be a weird fact. Did you know? Yeah. A lot of people know a lot about fire safety, but they don't know the little stuff like that.
You wouldn't believe when we go into houses, how many people have stuff packed right around their furnace and their water heaters. Within you're supposed to have 36 inches away from that stuff, because if those things, your water heater supposed to have a little bit of plug, that flame shoots out of your water heater when it ignites, or your furnace. And we've had a lot of, you go there and the people got cardboard boxes just stacked up all around their furnace and hot water heaters. Like, no, do that back. So that's what I've been doing since 1999 is kind of prevention side of it. So I don't go in and inspect people's houses, but if you call me and say, hey, can you come and do me a cursory walk around my house and tell me if I'm fire safe, we do that. And boy, I tell you, some of the stuff is like, ooh, I'm glad you called me.
Well, like when you go in and inspect a business, do y'all take a hard stand, or do y'all like go in like and say like, look, this we can't be doing this, and I think he's talking to the boss. I'm going to ask him about how hard nosed they are to companies, because I'm sure, especially big companies or little companies, you forget things or you get in bad habits and stuff like that. And but that was pretty cool about the staining and the rags, man. Uh, I didn't know that. Did any of you guys know that you couldn't pile your stained rags together where you've been staining? I didn't know that. And I used to be in the fire department, volunteer. I used to volunteer in the fire department. So I worked around a lot of that, and I didn't know that. But of course, I never did work in investigation. But I mean, we knew a lot about fires, but just one of those things that got by me. If I did know it, I had forgotten it. Old and forgetful. Uh, so Roy and Becky had that phone. Hay barn. Yeah, I worked you know how when people get out of the chicken house business, they turn them into hay barns. I worked, a guy had 2 chicken houses side by side full of hay, and I had is the operative word there. And it's nearly impossible to put out hay when it's on fire. It smolders. I may have learned that in shop class, Roy, but that's been a lot of years ago. I probably had shop class in 84, 85. I've been down a few roads since then. I walked out to the mailbox this morning and put a bunch of stuff in the mail, and I walked across the grass. My feet are wet. I knew better than that. I got a concrete sidewalk and concrete driveway. I could have walked around, but I was lazy. Now I'm paying for it because I got wet socks. Not too bad, but I don't like wet socks. So my question was, like, when y'all go to investigate or to inspect businesses, do y'all take like a hard line, or do y'all go in and say like, look, we need to fix these things, and y'all
Yeah,
give
they,
companies a chance to fix them, or is it an automatic? They get a ticket for violating certain things, or
if it's a life safety issue, if I go in and I find an exit door that's blocked, in a business, they have to correct it right there.
yeah.
If it's something like you got a burnout exit sign or something like that, they get 14 days to correct it. Then we go back and reinspect, and if they hadn't fixed it, they get another 14 days. And if they hadn't fixed it after that, I go back and issue them a citation for fire code violation.
So they can't nobody say they didn't get plenty of chances, can they?
Now, and I've never issued a ticket, so
That's pretty good. How many years you been doing that?
Since '99, I've been doing this job. So.
Wow. So
Yeah, they're
what
usually really good about it because a lot of times you'll be renting a business from the property owner.
Yeah,
Well, it's not really your liability to fix his building.
right.
So I send a report to the tenant and I send a report to the building owner. So usually it's the building owner, anything attached to the building, fire alarm systems, fire sprinkler systems. It's his responsibility to maintain. So I don't want to ding a business. If you're renting a space from him and he won't fix it, you won't get the ticket. He'll get the ticket at the end.
Unless they're blocking the exit.
Yeah. Now, if you have you're renting a spot and you're blocking the exits, then that's your responsibility. If you're not maintaining the aisle space, and if you got it too cluttered in there that I can't walk around in there, then that becomes your responsibility. But no, we give you time to fix it. But if it's a life safety thing, like the block doors, or a lot of people like to put, like on the back door of the business, they'll put a piece of steel there so somebody can't come in the back door. If we catch them, they have to correct that right then and there before we leave, which they're usually really good about it. We explain to them why you can't do that. I explain to them that fire codes are written because someone died years ago.
Yeah.
All codes are in that building code, fire code, everything are written because someone got seriously hurt or died because this happened. So
I tell you something.
Injury drives codes.
I tell you something that I still see a lot when I go to people's houses that scares me absolutely to death. And I don't even know if it would even pass inspection on a home inspection. But that is a deadbolt that lock with a key from the inside.
Oh, yeah.
Those things should be outlawed. They may be now, but those things should be outlawed.
Not in a residence. You can't have them in a business. And the code changed, and we're getting ready just to adopt the 2018 code, which is more restrictive. But like we're still working under the 2012 code. Any business, they can't have anything that you can lock me in your business. You cannot lock me in your business. So they just have to have a crash bar or panic bars on it. And it can't be something, even if it's a deadbolt, it has to have the indicator open, closed on it. And it's got to be a big enough knob that I can operate it with my elbow or something besides in case my hands are burnt. I don't have to, handle a little bitty knob. It's got to be something that I can reach up and hit with my elbow and it disengages the lock. So a lot of codes, but just like that. I mean, that was all driven because someone died in a business somewhere because they couldn't get out.
We just put in a new security system in our church, and it's magnet lock. The door's magnet lock, 1,200-pound magnets. In other words, you'd have to tear the door apart to get it open.
Yeah.
But beside every door is a green button, and I mash that green button, it'll unlock. Or I can unlock 2 of the doors from up in the security room. I can push the button from upstairs to let somebody in. But when that place is locked down, you'll have to take a dozer and tear the door apart. But we have those little green buttons by every exit.
Do you have a fire alarm in there?
I don't know of one, come to think about it.
Because usually if you have a fire alarm, that'll be tied to that alarm. So if that alarm goes off, those magnets automatically release too. So
I'm sure this system can set up. We hired a company to come in and do it.
You hired a company, they got it set up right for you.
But
and that's what we test.
Bill's gonna get in trouble one day. I'm gonna get Susan to time him out one day just for fun.
What's he doing?
He's picking on me. Roy.
Oh, I see it now.
Take care of Bill. I know Natasha wouldn't pick on me. Natasha's my friend. Oh man.
Yeah, Roy and Becky saying that they're deadbolts, and it's not against the law to have them in your house because most like he's saying, most of your entry doors have glass, so you don't want to be able somebody to break into. But what I always tell people is have that key hanging by that lock somewhere that somebody can't reach in and get it, but you can get it to get out.
I would not want one. I don't care what reason you couldn't give me one. And matter of fact, if I bought a house that had one, I'd take them out. If my mama had one, I'd be taking them out. Because I went to medic calls and people can't find the key to unlock the door, and I'm thinking, what? The house caught on fire. Usually it's older people that
Yeah.
where they put their key. You know,
Yeah.
they should be
Yeah.
outlawed. I don't like
Yeah.
it. I,
They can't have it in any businesses, but we don't do a lot of residential code. All ours is commercial, public entry places. The only way I can go into someone's house if they don't have a fire, if they ask me to come in and do a fire inspection for them. We don't do fire inspections on houses.
I see that changing over the next few years. Like with house inspections here, like in our city, they require a house inspection, but you don't. The city don't do it. They just require you put one on file. Uh,
Oh,
but
really?
that's really nothing new because most loans, when I used to build and sell houses, most loans required an inspection. So we would pay an inspection company. They would do a 3-phase inspection on it, 3 steps, like from the foundation up. So that was already being done anyway. So the city doing it really didn't do nothing but waste time in passing legislation. Uh, anyway, so I see coming up that part of the home inspections will include fire safety, just because the insurance companies are going to start pushing it, and I don't blame them. I've
I
seen some
did. I
crazy
did
stuff in
get it.
houses.
Yeah, I did get it passed in this new code that we're getting adopted because we can. The fire code is just a minimum standard, so you have to meet minimum standard, but we can write our own stuff in. So this code amendment for our fire district, I made it to where you have to have a heat detector in your garage because that's where a lot of home fire starts is in the garage. So it costs the builder about $75 more to put this, but we did get it in the code. So anything built from when we adopt the code here next month, anything built after that, the garage will have to have a heat detector, not a smoke detector, because you're going to be out there cooking and stuff. But it does have to have a heat detector that will go off and set your alarm off at 180 degrees. So anything in there that gets over 180 degrees, that heat detector will set your fire alarm off. Cause we've had a lot of garage fires. So
Yeah.
yeah. So we can
Uh,
do stuff like we can write amendments to the code, but we try to keep it reasonable. I don't want to write that you have to sprinkle this house as much as I'd love to. I think every house should be sprinkled, but it's a pretty big expense, and I'm not going to be the guy that dies on that hill.
uh,
Hang on just a second again.
Nursing our travel bug, I can just, all I'm going to say about that, because, I don't throw people under the bus like some people. All I can say about that is I received some information that says Natasha can sing. So that's all I'm going to say about that. I wasn't the one that knew she could sing. I was given that information via text message. So we are going to have another jam session in a few weeks. The Fortner brothers said they would be there, and so I just got to nail down a bunch more people that can be there. So we'll try to do that again. That was a pretty good time. I thought it was fun. I thought about putting it off until we broke 1,000 subscribers and just having a party and have all of them come back, but I don't know how long it'll take us to get to 1,000. So we may try to have another one yet. So we're going to today, when we get done, which will be 15 more minutes, we're going to raid our Epic RV Adventures premiere they're going to have that's going to come on right after us. So we might actually leave a few minutes early. Well, if we leave right at the top of the hour, that will give us 2 minutes because it'll count down 2 minutes. So that's what we'll do. We'll leave. We'll just stay on till we get to 12 o'clock or maybe a minute before, and then we'll raid our Epic RV Adventure. If y'all want to start putting that link down there, and everybody can be ready for that. So, or find it. I'm sure Michael has it. Ah, that must have been where the information slipped out at the slow mo karaoke night. Roy and Becky almost got their giveaway perfected. Well, we've done pretty good. We've sort of maintained about 10 or 15, or about 15 or 16 for 2 hours. That's pretty good considering I just hadn't been 100% all myself today. I hadn't been that chatty, I guess. What did I miss from Artists on the Road? I can't keep up with all y'all in the chat and talk too. But so our epic RV adventure will have a drone premiere in 15 minutes. So that'll be cool. We'll have to all go over there and check that out. See Michael and his drone. Hopefully he won't dive down and make me sick again. I'm just kidding. I didn't get sick. It was a little scary though when he dove that thing or went way down real fast. So I bet them drones are something for sure.
Okay, second call on that house to burn. Oh, his drone premiere is going to premiere in 15 minutes.
Yep, we're gonna raid. We're gonna raid his premiere at the end of this one.
That sounds good.
That'll give everybody, maybe everybody enjoy it. I think he said it wasn't it wasn't very long. I think what he said.
Well, I hope it landed safely and it isn't a short video because it came down on the wrong way.
Do what now? I was reading.
I said, I hope that he landed it and it's not a short video because it found a tree or something.
Crash and burn. Yeah, Bill, that's the way I am. That's what Daddy always said. If people pick on you, it means they like you.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, you're not getting picked on. You're not liked.
Bill needs to come to our late night with Jerry Holly, don't he?
Yeah.
If he wants to know how much people like him, he'll figure that out real quick.
Yeah, well, I was beat last night. I looked up there and it was about an hour and I couldn't hardly see my eyes open.
The lady threw Jerry Holly out of his own live last night.
Yeah. For about 20 minutes, I just let you guys have it.
I looked down. I was working on mass, and I looked back up, and I'm like, "Where's Jerry at?" And I realized that Jerry wasn't even in his own live.
I just went over to the chat.
I was just working, and they was all yakking away.
Hey, Lucky Dog Productions.
Hey, Michael, Bill was asking if you're doing a drone giveaway.
He's not answering.
No. There's Lucky Dog Productions.
Yeah,
the Jerry and Jerry show. We're not near as funny as the Rick and Bubba show, but we're getting there.
Yeah.
Do y'all have the Rick and Bubba show up in your area?
No.
They're a syndicated radio show. They're based out of Birmingham, but they're all over. But they're hilarious. Yeah,
No.
I've been following them since before it was Rick and Bubba, when it was just Rick.
Is it a morning show?
Yeah, it's a morning show.
Yeah.
They're
we used to have a good morning show here. We need a good morning show here because there's nothing good to listen to.
You could probably find them on the internet.
Yeah. Rick and Bubba?
Yeah, Rick and Bubba. They're based out of Birmingham.
Oh, right there down.
But you don't need Rick and Bubba when you have all of us.
Yeah. I have to listen to them.
Michael said they're going to have a drone giveaway when they reach 100,000 subscribers.
Yeah. Hey, you're gonna have to jump down. The daughter's here, and we gotta go do some bandage changing. So thanks
Yeah,
for
we're
having
fixing
me
to
here.
jump off anyway and go raid him. Thanks for
Well,
coming up and tell the
good to
boss.
see you.
Tell the boss we said hi.
All right, I'll do it. We'll talk to you later, bud.
See ya. So, Michael said he was going to give away a drone at 100,000 subscribers. Well, that's awful nice of Michael to do that. It's about time now. Hey, guys. We are fixing to hop off here and go over to our Epic RV Adventure and watch a drone premiere. I know there's something I'm probably forgetting. But I'll get it figured out. Make sure I went over all my notes. Ain't much going on in the wide world of Daydream. I got to work on next Tuesday's show. And when I get that all nailed down, I'll let y'all know about all that. I'll try to get the Slot Dog video out maybe by next week. And that'll be a little cooking on the Blackstone and the Traeger. So y'all get to see that. Maybe if I keep mentioning Blackstone long enough, they will send me a free Blackstone or something. Ball cap, probably what I would get, but that'd be okay. I like their stuff. Let's see here. So, what do y'all say we just go raid Michael and them a little early? I'm not feeling too hot, and I'll probably going to watch Michael's premiere on my phone. So, if I don't chat with you guys, it is because of that. Because I may go find a chair and crash and burn. I am just not feeling really great. So I'm going to live to see another day. But when my allergies get me down, I am down. Yeah, I love my Blackstone. It's about time now. I love it. That's one of the best purchases I ever made. And like I told them yesterday, a Blackstone grill in an RV will allow you to empty your cabinets of pots and pans. You might want to keep a pot or something, but I mean, you don't need many pans if you got one of those. Yeah, I would add Blackstone to my support banner if they want to contribute. I think I do have a link in the description. But I'll talk about them and brag about them. But if they went up here, I'll let Blackstone. I think they got enough money they can pay for that spot. Or they can send me a Blackstone something pretty cool. So, I'm a poor man. I can be bought. All right, guys. Y'all have a good day, and they are going to. I'm going to let them post that link one more time to our Epic RV Adventure. And maybe I'll get to feeling better and I'll see y'all out and about after a while. I've got to get some stuff done anyway, but I may take me an hour. May go find me something to eat. I've just had a cup of coffee, so I might need another cup of coffee. I may be short a cup. What did New Horizons just post? Is that the link, New Horizons? All right. Thanks, guys. I'll see y'all. If I don't see y'all out and about tonight, I'll see y'all tomorrow. So, love you guys. And y'all have a